Trying to figure out the most powerful characters in Boruto? The power levels have gotten absolutely insane, and today we're ranking the top 10 strongest characters, from godlike beings to shinobi who defy all limits. So settle in and let's get straight into it. Kicking off our list at number 10 is Isshiki Otsutsuki, the celestial threat that redefined the series' scope. This flamboyant intergalactic harvester arrived and basically said, "Kaguya?" She was just the appetizer. Hailing from the main Otsutsuki clan, Momoshiki's role was to travel across dimensions, planting god trees to harvest the chakra fruit from entire worlds. His power isn't just raw strength, he can absorb any ninjutsu you fire at him. Then he launches it back as a gigantic, homing, supercharged projectile, and it's always stronger than what you sent. But get this, he can also compress that energy into a tiny drug-like pill. He eats them and massively amplifies his own physical stats and chakra reserves. His most devastating feat was, of course, his battle during the Chunin exams. During the fight, he forced Naruto and Sasuke to give their absolute all. He even fatally wounded the 4th Raikage with a single attack. He was ultimately defeated by a massive Rasengan, after which his consciousness was sealed within Boruto. But his karma keeps him around. He became a permanent passenger, constantly whispering in Boruto's ear and threatening to take over. This makes him a ticking time bomb that could detonate at any moment. Still as much a powerful threat in defeat, considering that his knowledge and power have already been crucial in battles against even greater threats like Code, make him a powerful threat to reckon with. Claiming the number 9 spot is the emotionally complex vessel, Kawaki. Forged in the brutal fires of Kara, he was subjected to Jigen's cruel experiments still as a child. Kawaki became a representation of a new, ruthless kind of shinobi. He was molded by pain and saved by Naruto's compassion. Gifted with Isshiki's karma, he's a seamless blend of high-tech, scientific ninja tools and reality-warping Otsutsuki abilities. This lets him do incredible things like morph his arm into a massive drill, a powerful energy cannon, or even functional wings for flight. But his real game-changer is the Sukuna Hikona. It lets him shrink himself or any non-living object to microscopic size instantly. With that, he's almost untouchable and his attacks become impossible to read. He can also store a full arsenal of shuriken weapons in his personal dimension, and his wildest feat was shrinking Naruto and Hinata out of harm's way in a split second, removing them from the battlefield like they were action figures. His combat sense comes from pure survival, and his will to protect Naruto at any cost turns him into a menace. He doesn't just want to win, he's willing to make some very great choices to ensure his family's safety, which makes him one of the most dangerously efficient and unpredictable fighters in the entire series. At number 8, we have Jigen. As the primary vessel for Isshiki Otsutsuki for over 1,000 years, this seemingly frail monk was the true leader of Kara, and the man who humbled Naruto and Sasuke. He wielded the full might of Isshiki's abilities, primarily Sukuna Hikona, letting him shrink to dodge attacks and then reappear to deliver crushing blows from impossible angles. He could also summon massive black rods from another dimension. Those things drain chakra on contact, and perfectly countered Tailed Beast and Rinnegan users. His most iconic feat was that ambush in another dimension, where he took on both the 7th Hokage and the last male Uchiha and won. He pinned Sasuke with chakra-draining rods, and had a full-powered Naruto sealed away in a pot. The dominance was unreal. At one point, it felt like he wasn't even fighting the 2 strongest shinobi alive. That battle wasn't just a clash, it was a warning shot that Kara under Jigen wasn't a villain group. They were an extinction-level threat. And landing at the number 7 is Code. This extremist Isshiki Otsutsuki is a massive problem for one reason. He has all the power with none of the drawbacks. With a pure white karma that gives him every one of Ishiki's abilities, from enhanced strength, insane speed, to the claw mark technique, Code walks around without the pesky time limit that plagued Jigen. Amado even mentioned outright that unrestricted Code is stronger than Jigen himself. His claw mark ability looks simple, but it's ridiculously dangerous. He can place these marks on any surface. From there, he can teleport instantly, drag enemies through them, slice targets from a distance with invisible attacks, or even bind opponents in place. At that point, you're not fighting Code anymore. You're fighting every wall, rock, and floor tile he's ever touched. His fanatical drive to fulfill the Otsutsuki's will and create a new god tree to become a celestial being himself makes him terrifyingly motivated. Right now, he's the main threat pushing the entire shinobi world to its limit. Breaking into our number 6 spot, we have Boruto Uzumaki. This kid isn't just a prodigy. He's the heir to 2 of the strongest legacies in the shinobi world. From the Hyuga, he gets the Byakugan lineage. From the Uzumaki, he gets the monstrous chakra and insane vitality. His potential was clear when he created the innovative Vanishing Rasengan as a genin with 0 guidance from anyone. But his destiny was altered when he became Momoshiki's vessel. The Karma Seal doesn't just grant him access to Momoshiki's knowledge and abilities like chakra absorption. It basically rewrites his DNA, supercharging all his physical stats to Otsutsuki levels. His feats are already borderline absurd. In a controlled state, he blitzed Sasuke and destroyed the Rin Sharingan with one clear strike. That alone shows his incredible speed and skill. In the 2 Blue Vortex era, he comes back after years of training with Sasuke. He's so formidable and so fast that he can effortlessly take on multiple code-level god trees simultaneously. His new Rasen Uzuhiko attacks the enemy's equilibrium at the cellular level, flipping their entire body against them, and we still haven't even seen the full potential of his mysterious Jogan Eye. With his heritage, Momoshiki's influence, and his own genius, Boruto is on a clear path to become the most powerful shinobi to ever live. Now for something completely different. At number 5, we have Ada. Let's be clear, she might never throw a punch, but she's arguably the most powerful and influential character in the entire series. Why? Because she controls the very fabric of reality and perception. Her power is twofold and fully passive. First is her charm. Every living being falls helplessly and unconditionally in love with her. Everyone except Otsutsuki and her blood relatives. This isn't genjutsu, it's a natural law around her. You literally cannot even think about harming her. She's untouchable by default. At this point, even gravity is like, yes ma'am. Second is the Senrigan. She can see almost every event in history, past and present, anywhere on the planet, and the only blind spot is the Otsutsuki's own actions. Her biggest flex came when she rewrote global history and changed the memories of every single person on Earth, swapping Boruto and Kawaki's places like it was nothing. She didn't just change the story, she changed the world's definition of truth. That's not power. That's divine reality editing authority no amount of brute force can ever counter. At number 4, we have the pint-sized powerhouse, Daemon. This little android, built by Amado and introduced as Ada's kid brother, has one of the most absurdly broken abilities ever created in the Naruto universe. His power is fully reflexive. No effort, no chakra, nothing. Just being near someone who wants to fight triggers it. Daemon automatically reflects any hostile intent or physical attack right back at the attacker. The stronger you are, the faster and harder you beat yourself. He literally toyed with Code and made the guy who's officially stronger than Jigen look completely pathetic. Code couldn't land a single hit. At some point, you almost feel bad for him. The craziest part, he just needs to be physically touching someone for his power to activate on their behalf. That makes his sister Ada completely invulnerable as long as he's holding her hand. The mechanics of his ability go way beyond chakra or any physical rules we know. It implies a link to Shibai Otsutsuki's divine powers. His presence alone completely warps the entire balance of power in the series. Our top 3 begins with the magnificent villain, Isshiki Otsutsuki. In his true towering form, this Otsutsuki is an absolute force of nature. His mastery of his dojutsu abilities is absolute. Sukuna Hikona allows him to shrink himself or any non-living object to a microscopic size. Daikokuten gives him a private, timeless dimension where he can store those objects and summon them instantly. He was so physically superior that he kicked aside Naruto and Sasuke together. Their strongest attacks registered as simple annoyances. And the scariest part? Even a near-death, tiny version of him could overpower Jigen and dominate him for centuries. Imagine being bullied by someone the size of a thumb. It took Naruto's suicidal Baryon mode just to weaken him enough for the vessel's time limit to finish him off. Isshiki is the peak of Otsutsuki power, cold, precise, and nearly unstoppable. The runner-up at spot number 2 goes to Naruto Uzumaki in his Baryon mode. This was the ultimate one-time power-up, a final sacrificial gift from Kurama that pushed Naruto past anything we'd ever seen. By fusing their chakra in a process similar to nuclear fusion, Naruto entered a state where his speed, power, and perception skyrocketed. He overwhelmed the same full-powered Isshiki who had previously toyed with him and Sasuke. But here's the kicker. The real power wasn't in the punches, it was in the lifespan drain. Every physical touch shaved off the opponent's remaining life. Imagine losing years because someone tapped you like a doorbell. And finally, standing at the absolute peak of existence, the number 1 strongest character in the Boruto universe, Shibai Otsutsuki. Let's be honest, we're past the level of fighting. Shibai isn't even a character anymore. He's a concept, a destination, a being who transcended his physical body after countless evolutions from consuming chakra fruits across the universe. His power is so ridiculous that Ada and Daemon's abilities aren't techniques at all. They're just random passive side effects leaking out of the scraps of DNA he left behind after ascending. Imagine being so strong your leftovers create broken superpowers. Wild. The very scientific ninja tool and cyborgs of Kata are based on Amado's research into his cellular structure. All the powers shaking the world right now are simply fragments of him scattered across reality. Shibai now exists as a higher dimensional consciousness, a form of pure data and spiritual energy. His feats aren't fights. His existence is the feat. He's the source of everything and the undisputed strongest being in the entire lore. And there you have it, our list of the most powerful Boruto characters so far. You guys agree with our list? Who do you think should be removed or added to it? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this one, make sure to check out this awesome video coming up next. See you there!